spotlight, as it were, off us and off the platform, and we'd turn it into the crowd, onto the life of someone that we believed needed honoring and deserved to be honored, though they would never ask for that moment. Someone that was actually doing what Nat just sang, being one for someone. So every time we do this event, we scour, as it were, the community to find stories of amazing and incredible women, of which there are so many, and we wish we could tell them all. But we only get to tell one, and tonight we get to tell one woman's story in this moment, and she has no idea that we're about to tell her story. But we're telling it because we believe that tonight, not only do we want to honor her, but when you hear her story, I know there's an army of women in here that will agree with us that she deserves this honor. It was in 2010 that tragedy hit this woman's life in the most horrible and devastating of ways. She was actually at a work event, and while she was at a work event, her husband and 4 children were out at dinner with the in-laws. On the way home from dinner that evening, as they were driving back, her husband and the children, they were driving the car, and an impaired, reckless driver behind the wheel of another vehicle ran through a red stoplight and ran straight at high impact into the vehicle that had her husband and children in it. The impact was so strong that that vehicle was ripped in two. And as the impact hit the car with her precious family in it, tragically, on impact, her 11-year-old daughter was killed. She got the phone call that had been a tragic accident. She was at her workplace. Obviously can't even comprehend what was going through her mind as she got in her vehicle and went to try and be at the hospital, though her family had been split into 2 hospitals because of the nature of the injuries involved. Going to be with her children in one hospital that were injured, a husband in another with broken bones. And then coming through all of that trauma and all of the trial and all of that and the loss of Brianna, their daughter, I can only imagine the strength it took for them as a family. Our friends tell us it was only like 6 months later, when it would have been Brianna's 12th birthday, that they decided as a family, we're not just going to let this be the definition of who we are as a family, but we're going to use Brianna's life to give life. And they started a foundation where they would look for families that were going through similar heartache, facing their own devastation, their own trial, their own tragedy. And this family would raise finance and be there and be a support for other families, because they said Brianna was such a life giver that they wanted to do something that she would have wanted to do. So setting a foundation, overcoming this obstacle, serving the community. Then in 2014, tragedy again hit their family as they found out that one of their sons, age 7 Brandon, had leukemia. So now with a sick boy who needed a lot of care and attention, this incredible family yet again rose to the challenge, taking him for chemo, dealing with the sickness, handling that situation, and still serving in a church, telling people how much God loved them. In fact, what I love even more about the story is that their life scripture that they chose as a family is in Jeremiah, where it says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. The whole theme is God knows. If there was ever a picture of a family that believed that, it is this family. They believe that God knows. And God knows them, and God knows their needs, and God is their provider. And so now, the son that is still going through chemo, they still love, they still give, and they still serve. And honestly, it is our absolute honor and privilege tonight. They just found out recently that actually the person that caused that car accident is asking for a retrial, and it has been granted. So we're about to have to go and live through all of the experience again as a family, go through all of the pain of the loss. And so I want, and Nat and I want, you to join us tonight as we honor this woman that is not expecting this moment. So would you please come and join us on the platform, Cindy, wherever you are.
Casey needs to go with her.
at this room, standing to your feet to honor you tonight. You so deserve this moment.
This is your card. I'm so sorry. What is that? Oh, you're just such a beautiful soul. It just like oozes out of you. It really does. It really does. It's just, you are beautiful. And what I love about this moment is that I love honoring someone who's just never in the spotlight, and you can just sense it from them. They're like, oh my gosh, how fast can I go back to my seat? But girl, just take this moment and drink it in. This is what the family of God looks like. These women who maybe have never known your name before tonight, but we are sisters in this room. Oh. She just said she's here tonight.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Thank you. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're ruining my makeup, so... No, you don't get to go yet. Oh, no. The things are just getting started, honey. So, I love it. We love bringing you up here, and we gave you flowers and a basket full of, some goodies from the here, and put you like all this just for that. So, we did a little bit of digging. I'm so sorry we got all up in your business, and we're so sorry, not sorry. This is a perfect #sorry not sorry moment. But, we know that with your son's chemotherapy and insurance and all of those things, that's put just financial strain on your family. And listen, we get it. All of us in this room get insurance deductibles and all that stuff. And when January comes around, you're like, oh, now it starts all over again. We get it. And we found out that your insurance deductible is $6,000 for your family before insurance will kick in. And we know that already it's only, goodness, February, and you've already almost had to pay all of that out of your pocket. And so we wanted to pay you back. Here's a check for $6,000. Oh, it gets better. Oh. So as we've been going around the country, what's been so cool is that in every city, women have been giving towards the next city. And so women in Nashville, Tennessee, are helping to make this moment here possible tonight. And we know because of the financial strain and all of the stress and the heartache, just time as a family is something that it's a luxury you can't afford. So we called a travel agent, and we decided that you and your husband and your 3 children are going on a cruise! Okay, so 5 days, 4 nights. We have all the information for you. You can call the travel agent. We didn't want to presume to know your schedule, so you get to pick when you want to go and how you want to make it happen. But we just want you to know that it's paid for. Go, enjoy, make amazing lifelong memories with your family. And all we ask is that you take pictures and send them to us, all right? We love you, and we honor you tonight. We honor you.
You may take your seats just for a moment.